da di da di da da di da da di da di da da di da. What do you hear over the air? CQ serenade. So you don't know just what it means. Dust your shoes off, shake out your jeans. Get on your feet, jump to the beat of CQ serenade.
Well, good evening again. Lesson number 9 of 10, Introduction to Morse Code. This week we will have a little treat for everyone, but what you have achieved so far, basically lessons 1 through 8, we covered all the alphabet, we've done all the numbers, we've done some punctuation, we've also reviewed some pro signs, Q codes, RST system, and a basic QSO format, plus a few other things that I have not listed. Today, I said, let's learn what a slash is going to be, and AS, a pro sound AS. That's not used too often, but AS is please wait. So if you hear someone send AS to you over the air, it's please wait. There may be a pile-up and somebody's telling you to wait. And then lesson 10, we'll do a summary and practice next week. So today we're adding the slash and AS. And you've probably all, that's slow. When would we use that?
If you're portable.
You could use it for portable, yes. Or if you're working in a different state or in a different country, they might require that you have a slash. Like, for example, if a Canadian's working in, say, Vermont, they'd have to use a slash W1. It would be an example. And if you use your call sign somewhere else, you probably would have to use a slash and whatever is required by that country.
Or if you're slash AG or slash AE.
Yes.
Extra.
That's correct. So you will see those occasionally, and in plain language you may also receive that to identify between certain things. So here, I've recorded this. It's a little bit fast, but see what you get with this one. So, did everyone get what the slash is and AS? How many slashes did we have there? 5. 5. AS's? 5. 5. Now, like I said last week, this week we're going to focus a lot on call signs. So we've got a lot of call signs, your call signs mixed up in all this, and you will even get messages sent to you. That
I've got my coat on ready to go.
no, not necessary, but you're going to find certain call signs, and it'll have your call sign, it'll tell you something, and I'll ask you to read it back. But if you don't get it, then we'll send it again slower, or we can get the group to read it out as well. So first of all, let's do my call signs and see if you get those. Are you ready? So there we had 2 call signs repeated, and the end was AS. Did you get the call signs? That was one of the call signs. The first call sign, it was a little bit fast, like I said. VE3OFD /W1. Victor Echo 3 Oscar Foxtrot Delta /W1. So that's giving you the idea what it might sound like. So we will be practicing all these things, plus the slash and the AS, but we're going to be actually doing a lot of what I said here. If you hear your call sign, will you recognize it? And we've got a few call signs all mixed up. Gary was so good, he sent me a list, and I've used all the call signs. So for the viewers that are watching on YouTube, some of them not here, will also hear their call signs and be able to get something out of the presentation. So here's the first one coming up, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too fast for you all, but here we go. So who recognized their call sign? Robert, yes. That's right. Wasn't picking on you. But did you? No, I know. I'm picking on everybody because I've got all the call signs for everybody. Did you get what the message was?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, it was like the second time that you keyed up mine, because when I do it, it doesn't sound the same. So I said, is that? Yes.
Yeah. I'll send the message part and see how you do on that. A little bit slower than what the... So I'm giving you some kind of direction there. Did you get it?
No, to be honest with you, I did not.
Did you get any part of it?
No.
No? Okay. Anyone else like to help Robert out? Route? 25 south. Repeated it. And then I put a K at the end.
Okay, I got the K now.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, it gives you an idea of a benchmark of where you are as far as receiving your own call sign, and you did well on getting your own call sign. And we'll do another call sign again I'll repeat the call sign 3 times, and then I will send a little message, and I'll send a repeat, and I'll send the message again. So that's what I've done on this one to make it easier for everybody. So are you ready? Is the volume loud enough for you all? Okay. So there we had another message sent out. Who did we send it to? Mary, yes. Correct. Did you get the message?
No, I got the K on the end.
Got the K on the end. Well, that's okay. I will send the message again slower, so you can get a chance to try it again. Better?
I didn't do
No? Anyone like to help Mary out?
Take Interstate 81.
Take Interstate 81. Repeat, take Interstate 81. And I sent a K and N at the end. The recording only put a K at the end. But well done, at least you recognize your call sign, which I said we're trying to get a recognition of call signs as well tonight. And here we have one coming up, and see how you do on this one. Are we all ready again? Yes, you did.
I didn't hear the rest of it.
Okay. You got the K at the end, like everyone else.
E and an S in there somewhere.
E and an S, yes. Well, I'll send it again slowly. Better? No?
There's some South Carolina road numbers in there.
Yes, yes. Take South Carolina 290. Repeat, take South Carolina 290. K. Well done. At least you got your call sign. That is a plus. It's when you're standing in a Radio Shack, even on a ship, and they're sending the call sign, and someone turns to you and says, "Are you going to answer that?" Then you've got an issue. That's the important thing. So let's try another one. Give everybody a chance, hopefully. do we think of that one?
That was my call.
You got your call sign? Yes.
I heard my call and I froze.
Yeah. Believe it or not, that's what a lot of people do, and that's why we're practicing call signs, because you hear a call sign and you're sitting at your rig, shall I answer or shall I not answer? That's what will happen when you start getting on the air.
So is it, I can see a rainbow?
I can see a rainbow, yes, comma.
Okay, comma.
And then what did you get after comma?
I didn't.
Try this.
Exit 19.
Exit 19K. Well done. Yeah, we all have been there, by the way, as far as amateurs go and professionals. You're sitting and someone might say, why aren't you going to answer them? And you say, answer what? Well, they're calling us. And you just didn't hear it. But then you hear it, and then you say, now what do I do? And you've got to set up the equipment, the transmitters and receivers, to get the call going. And then you'll get on the air, and the station might say, right, your call sign, his call sign, he might tell you to QSY to a certain frequency. And then you're sitting there, how do I do that? And you've done it hundreds of times, but you just freeze. And it's common. It is common. So the next person isn't here, but we'll send it anyway, and we'll just leave it open for anyone to tell us what it is. I thought it was appropriate for this gentleman. So he can hopefully listen to it online. So anyone can let me know what that was. Did you get the call sign? Okay. That's not good if you didn't get the call sign. How are we going to tell the person what it is? Well, the person, I'll send the call sign slower for you, but I'm sure you probably would have recognized his own call. Get the call sign? Anyone? KJ4TID. And that's Dan's call sign, if I remember right. Yeah. I don't remember them all off the top of my head. But yeah, that's Dan's. And what was the message to Dan? Pardon? You got the K at the end? That's good. Dow?
Dow Jones down 350.
Dow Jones down 350. I repeated it. Just thought that would be good too. And I'll send to the next one in a second. Oh yes, yes. Are we ready for the next one? This is a good one too. So Larry,
Yeah, I think it was my call.
so Larry, how did you do on the call?
Well, I got everything but the Q,
Okay.
but I had enough to finish it out. I
That's-
know there's nobody else in the room that has that much of my call.
Excellent.
But,
You got the K at the end.
and the K at the end, because my call's full K, so.
How about the wording?
The wording in the middle, I did not.
I'll just send it again for you, a little bit slower, and see if you can. Did you get any of the letters at all?
I believe I got an N, a 5, an A, and an S.
Okay.
They're kind of separated.
Yeah. So let me send it a little bit slower for you and see how you do on that. Just speed it up a little bit for you at the end, but it's just a repeat of the one you already got. But did you get for any of that? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go very slow just for you and see how you do it. Are you ready? How was that word? Get any letters at all?
Oh, my problem is they all sound the same. The dits and the dots sound the same to me. And
Okay. Well, let's try a letter at a time, just to see if you could differentiate.
dot, 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 dot.
So that's the letter F. Did, da, did. Did it hurt you? Did, da, did. Let's try the next letter, see if you recognize it. Do you recognize the dots and the dashes?
No, I hear fours of the same thing.
We'll try this then.
Did,
Did, da, did. Remember what letter that is? It's okay. It's the letter L. And the next letter should be an easy one for you. It just goes.
did or dot, dot.
Did. If I was going to do da da at this speed, it'd be. So it's just did. So you remember what letter that is?
T.
It's an I, the letter I. Remember the letters, first letters we started with was E, I, S, H. E is 1 dit, I, 2 dits, S, 3 dits, H, 4 dits. So it's very important to try and study the letters and you go very slow if you have to. Everybody's different, like I said at the beginning of the classes. You may want to start very, very slow and build up. Some people are more natural. They can listen to the sound fast and recognize the dits and the dashes. So everybody's different, and don't feel bad. We're not picking on you. So well done. You did get your call sign, and you did get the K at the end, like other people as well. So don't worry about it.
He did better than I will. I'll pay for walking tonight. The sooner you get started, I can't tell you next week.
That's fine. It's everybody has a different speed of learning. Everybody has a different speed of the Morse code. And if you're not getting it right now, just don't give up. Keep persevering, and it's practice. It's repetition. And some people have to learn at 5 words a minute or 2 words a minute, and then build up. Some people can go in straight at 20 words a minute, and it varies from person to person. So we'll go on to the next person. And it's a call sign that we'll see how we do with that one.
NASDAQ is up 200 points.
Yes. So David's call sign, and he did get the NASDAQ up 200 points. Repeat, NASDAQ up 200 points, period, and then a K. You did very well. Thank you. And the next call sign, let's see. The next call sign, the person's not here, so it's open to everybody to help. So did anyone get the call sign? That's Wendy's call sign, I think, if I remember rightly.
Hers is KN4HTP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did anyone get the message? It was something to do with seismic disturbances.
7 on the Richter scale.
7 on the Richter scale, ending in a period and a K. So well done, well done. You're all doing quite well on the call signs, and that was the main goal for this evening, is call signs. If you can't recognize your own call sign when somebody's sending to you, like I said, we have problems, Houston. So the next, we'll continue with more call signs. There are more people in the room that haven't had a message yet. I'm sorry about that, but you will get one, I promise you. And the next one's coming up. It was James's call, gnomes.
Yeah. And then I got an
C was, C is the start of the second word.
Yeah.
I
got your spacing. I got the number 500 somewhere?
100.
100. And then an F, and I missed a letter, and an LL, and then I garbled it.
Well, let me fill in the spaces for you. Are you ready? I'll send it a little bit slower than the computer, but here we go.
A lot slower.
A lot slower. Didn't repeat it for you, but are you still missing the one after the II?
Yeah, it's just the C, and I don't remember the rest of it.
Well, here we go. The C. Fan. Aye, Captain.
Yep.
You've got all you're going to get. 100% full power.
No, I kept getting 2 zeros, 2 L's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the PO. Yeah.
I thought it would make you smile, and it did. But it's all to do with the rhythm, and you get used to listening to one kind of Morse code, say, and then when you do an automatic Morse code using the paddle keys versus the computer versus this, it takes a while to get used to the different ones, you know. Everybody's different. The next one's coming up, and this one is, it's got to give you a clue on the next one before I send it. It has got some punctuation in it, and it is a question mark. So it's this, so it should be easier for you to get that one. So here we go. And it's did you get the call sign? It was Tom's call sign. Try listening to your call sign then, Tom. You ready?
I got the K.
You got the K. There's a K at the beginning and a K at the end.
I got a K and a 4, but I lost the Z in there somewhere.
Okay, well.
It's
That's
I'll make
okay.
a lot.
That's okay. It's okay. If I go even slower, let's see if you can get the letters.
It's not gonna help. When you went slower for it, I don't know why, but for some reason or another, I'm discombobulated.
I'll be honest with you all. When I try and receive 5 words a minute, I can't. I just go to pieces. If I try and send too slow, it's a mess.
I sat down for about 2 hours earlier today going over this, and everything seemed smooth until I got tired.
Yeah.
And then everything went away, and now it's like, it's all Greek to me. I'm not getting anything.
That's okay. That's okay. You got party call sign. That counts. And we'll carry on with the next call sign. There's not many people left in the class room that hasn't had a call yet, so let's see what we do with this one. Gary's call sign.
I didn't have a W, I had an R. Where did that come from? Oh, that's,
US call sign to R.
I had R short E.
So did you get
It
the?
was a good one.
Route 66, also 66F.
Yes. That's correct, and repeated it with then a full stop and then a K. So I knew that you like 66s. You know, we've all been chasing the 66 calls on the air, I think, as well. And the next one, I don't know what call sign that was now. Let me just KN4Q. Oh yes. This one is for Daryl, and Daryl's not here with us, but he's one of the people doing the videos online. So this is for Daryl, and let's see what we get. So did anyone get the call sign?
KN4, Q, and K.
Yes, yes, that's the call sign, KNQNK. And the message was,
Something about Jill and the hill.
how about Jack? Jack?
And Jill went up the hill.
Yes, we all know that rhyme, right? Jack and Jill went up the hill.
I didn't get Jill.
That's just a British thing.
Oh, okay, just a British thing, okay.
No.
No, I think we all know it. The next call sign, let's see, it belongs to Doug, I believe. And we'll see what we send Doug. This is kind of a long one for Doug, but I'm sure we'll all get this one, I hope. So, anyone get the call sign?
NC4DF.
That is correct. And did anyone would like to read part of the message?
This is a drill.
This is a drill. Next word. Earthquake.
Morse.
Force, yes. And the number? Three. Three. And the words are repeated over and over again, but on the Richter scale. Yeah, I heard the words. And then we repeated that. And then this is a drill. And ended in this is a drill and a K. Very good. Very good. And the next call sign, I don't recognize it too much. Oh, yes. Yes. See what you think of the next call sign. Are you ready? Did anyone get that call sign? W2MJB. Anyone get the message? Mark here with the shipping forecast. And what did he say the wind was? Wind force 9. It was a shipping forecast he was sending out. Very good. Okay. The next call sign, I don't think the person's here either. Let's see. I don't recognize the call sign too much, but we will send that out and see who recognizes the next call sign. So what kind of call sign did we have there? Anyone recognize it? KN4HTU. And that's John. So what was the message for John? We have nothing for you. QRU. I have nothing for you. But hopefully John got the message. And the next message is for a friend who was a gentleman that was in the class and had to leave to go somewhere else, and I believe he may be even back in Germany at this point. But this is for him. Are we ready? Let's see. So anyone get the call sign?
That was my friend Matt, NU4 Echo, also Delta Juliet 8 Oscar Golf. This is German call.
Yep. And we sent him a little message. Anyone get the Q code? QRV. And then question mark twice. And then you should have had a load of, how many V's after that? 9 V's. bunch of V's. And then you had another Q code. You get the other Q code? QRS, question mark. And shall I send more slowly, question mark. And I repeated, shall I send more slowly, question mark, with a K. Normally you wouldn't get the, you'd only get the QRS question mark, you wouldn't get the rest of it when people are sending it to you, but I'm putting in all the bits and pieces so you can get to understanding. And the next one is for someone we all know. He's not here, but he helped start the course out at the class number 1, and this is for our friend. And see if you get this one, and we'll go from there. So anyone get the call sign?
Was it KE4EA?
Yes, our friend Dave. And the other call sign?
Yours.
Mine. So I sent a message to Dave, and can anyone read what the message was? Yep.
This is a drill.
Yep.
30 miles due east.
East.
Need some help.
Well, it's east of Flamborough Head.
Oh, jeez.
And lost, and I didn't send the rest of the message, but lost propeller. So we're out in the ocean. We've lost the propeller. It's an important message to Dave. We're drifting. So everyone did very well with all the call signs. I appreciate your patience on that, and it's just practice. And I think we'll take a break. So you can, I say let's take a 5-minute break just to clear our heads. And think you all deserve a break. And stretch your legs, get the blood circulating, especially to the brains, as it were. Well, we'll get going again. A 5-minute break is definitely up. And we'll try and get everybody out on time tonight. And practice, more practice until we're perfect. Okay. Oh, yes. We've got some number practice. Now, this is number practice. I took my old book from when I did the classes from 1969, and in there's what I wrote down here, a load of practice, and I would send the numbers 20 words a minute, and I'd send the 5-letter code groups at 25 words a minute. But then we had all this funny gibberish code that I can't remember what it is now, but it's all the like French and other letters that we had to learn. I can't remember a word of those, but that's okay. But I've taken the numbers and I put them in here.
You didn't have to sign the Official Secrets Act for that book.
Not for the book, no, not for the book. The book's way out of date. What's in this book now doesn't exist. 95% of this doesn't exist anymore. It's all been superseded by satellites and all the rest of it.
I was just pulling your chain there.
Yeah, but it's a radio operator's handbook. It's even got the original cover on it. And it's got the old voltmeter, multimeter, AVO. That tells you. I've got one of these at home, one of these AVOs, in my bottom drawer. Yeah. And when I pull out my test equipment, it's pitiful, you know.
And you even had the original book covers. We all covered our books.
Yes, this is the original one from 1969. And Radio Officer's Handbook.
I was a little concerned that you might have some funny-looking guys from GCHQ knocking on your door.
No. We haven't intervened any of the Official Secrets Acts. But all the Q codes are in here. It's a useful book to have. And I use this for sending and receiving practice. It's good to have a book, by the way, if you don't have something like this to send. A lot of the ARRL will use the book and just take a book and open it up and sit down and sit at home and practice it. That's best to practice plain language. It's got numbers and things in it. You're talking about a Yatsu, the FTM 7250DR. So you could send that into yourselves, and it's good practice. Don't go too mad and send like something like this. That's not good. But for practice, that's the kind of thing I would recommend. And numbers, I'm going to send some numbers, and hopefully see how you do with these. Is there any? No, this is. I've sent it to someone. Someone in the class today will receive this as a message to them. Oh dear. Well, that was quite an interesting one. Did anyone get any numbers? First of all, there was call sign in there. Did anyone get 2 call signs? Okay. Well, it was sent to WR8RW, and it was from me. That was the end. The beginning, it reads number practice, repeat number practice, and then it's got VVV, 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 and then we start the numbers. And I repeated each group. Did anyone get the first group?
12570.
It was 13570, very close. Next group?
21240.
Correct. And the next group?
09123.
09123, correct. And the next group?
59761.
59861,
Okay.
very close. And the last group?
41465.
41465, yes, very good. So that was number practice. Again, that was fairly fast, but I repeated each one. I guess what's happening is you're trying to write the group down twice instead of your brain stopping and just checking. So it's just a matter of practice. Normally when you hear the number twice, you start realizing that there's two of each one. So you don't write the second one down. You're actually using the second one as a check for the first one.
The difficulty I have is you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words of numbers, right?
Yes.
Right? I have a difficulty hearing the break at the end of the sentence.
Okay.
So that's why I just I aimlessly write down things that I think I hear, because I don't detect the end of your sentence.
Okay. I think you'll find it'll come with practice, honestly. It's just practice. The next one again is number practice. It starts off with call signs, 2 call signs, and then it's got a DE and then another call sign. And I've sent it like it would be a group. I'm sending a message to two people, two stations from, say, me and the group. So this would be like we're having a group conversation over the air. And this is what's coming up next is a load of numbers again. And let's see how you do on these numbers. Are we ready? So we had two call signs. Did anyone recognize their call signs? Yes, yes. And then what I did send was DEKN4GB twice, and the group, period. Please copy the following numbers, period. And anyone like to start the first group?
54546.
Correct. Next group,
90909.
90969. 62 actually. And then the next group,
12546.
19654. And then the next group,
12546.
correct. And then the last group, 64210. That's correct. Well done. And well done on the call sign recognition. So the next one is, we're going to plain language, 5-letter groups actually. And this one is to 3 stations, and it's from me and the group, and it says please copy. So see how you make out on this one. It should be interesting. I've chosen these letters so they give a bit more of a rhythm, and that's what, remember that's what I said we had to do, was listen for the rhythm. So that was a little more different, shall we say, from what you would normally get. So whose call signs were there? Anyone? Yeah, and we've got Wendy, who wasn't here. And then I send DEKN4GB and the group, please copy the following, BT, VVV, VVV, VVV. And then we have the 5-letter code groups. Anyone like to give us the first code group of 5 letters? Okay, well, let's just slow it down and see what you get. I know it's getting late, we're almost done for the day. That was the first code group. AKZLN. Anyone got the second code group? That was as follows. KNOPL, yes. How about the next code group? Anyone? ZLQPN. I've tried to choose these letters so it gives you a bit more of a rhythm. That's the next group. ONPQR. And the last group. Anyone got the last group? It was the second letter is RQRMN. And to end the evening, we've got one plain language one, and it's something I asked you all to practice, and practice, especially sending. And we'll start off with a couple of call signs and a couple of Q codes, and then please copy, and then you'll see what I'm sending. Here we go. It should be fairly easy. So, what were the call signs? Anyone get the first call sign? It's
Hands.
Dan's call sign, KJ4TID. And then the second call sign was a W2 Mike Juliet Bravo. Marks. And then DE from me and the group, QRV question mark, QRV question mark, please copy the following. And this is one I said, let's make sure you practice this one at home a lot. Did you get did anyone get what the next phrase is?
That would be the quick red fox thing, but I couldn't pick out where you started it.
Okay. It was the big brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I repeat, the big brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, and then a period, and then I sent 3 code groups, 5 letters, RY, 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 6 letters. The RY is from the old days where people, hams who used to send test messages for the old teletypes, the RTTY, you'd send RY to see if the teleprinter was actually able to read those letters, because if it couldn't read the RYs, it was probably not going to read anything else. And that's from when I used to set up teleprinters, something like 30, 40 years ago. But appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed that, I hope. So practice over next week, ready to listen and write down what you hear. And next week we'll conclude the course and I will review with you. Also, we'll talk a little bit about, maybe do some practice on a simple QSO. Would like to try and do a group QSO as well, if we can fit that in. We'll talk a little bit about networks and pile up QSOs. We will do a little bit more code practice, but those will be 4 items I'll try and cover a little bit next week. I'll try and make it a little bit more interesting for you. Any questions? I hope you enjoyed that. And thanks for coming.
Da-di-da-di, da-da-di-da, da-di-da-di, da-da-di-da. What do you hear over the air? CQ serenade. So you don't know just what it means. Dust your shoes off, shake out your jeans. Get on your feet, jump to the beat of CQ serenade. CQ has gone and brought us a new rhythm that swing and all the cats by the ear. Let's do ourselves a favor and get with 'em. You'll find you get the message, man, you'll hear it coming loud.